So yesterday, Justin Herbert signs an extension with the LA Chargers, a 5-year, $262 million deal, which is bigger than Jalen Hurts, and it's bigger than Lamar Jackson. This solidifies him as a franchise quarterback like everybody knew. Chargers had to do this deal. He is a great quarterback, got a great skill set, can really throw the football. He's already put up a lot of great numbers, and you can tell that the ceiling is pretty high for Justin Herbert. So this deal does not really come to any shock to anybody. But what this deal does, it completely starts the clock. The clock is ticking, tick-tock. The pressure is now on Justin Herbert, and it's now on the head coach of the LA Chargers. The Chargers have been pretty good. They've put up a lot of numbers. They've got some wins under their belt, but it's time for Justin Herbert to be able to take that next step. With him getting this contract, it puts him in the elite quarterback status. He's up there getting paid with Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, your elite quarterbacks in the NFL. Now Justin Herbert is right there with them, which means he's got to start adding those playoff wins to the picture. He's got to find a way to attack the AFC West. I know he's got Patrick Mahomes. That kind of puts him behind the 8 ball. But when you're getting paid this kind of big bucks, now you've got to go out and you got to make it happen. They've got to find a way to somehow knock the Chiefs off and potentially win the AFC West and make deep runs in the postseason to potentially threaten a Super Bowl chance. That is what this contract is. Anything less than that, if they continue to not be able to get playoff wins, then people's jobs are on the line, and it wouldn't necessarily be Justin Herbert's right away, but it would be the head coach of the Chargers for sure. Herbert's got a lot of great talent around him with that big-time arm. They just drafted the rookie at a TCU wide receiver. And once again, the quarterback position is always the player who has to make people better around them, and it's especially true when they make this big contract. It's not like I'm sitting here trying to put all this pressure on him, saying you got to do this, you got to do that. I understand. But the moment you sign that big contract is the moment the pressure gets put on. The task is tough. It's not going to get easier. Like, say, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs is who run that division. But with this sort of contract, they are putting in their faith. They are putting the money on the line. They are saying that Justin Herbert is our guy. He's the guy who's going to take us to the top of the AFC South. He's the guy who's going to make a deep run for the AFC Championship game and potentially make that Super Bowl run. Now, that really doesn't mean that it has to be done right now in this upcoming season, 2023. It is a 5-year contract. I mean, he's got time to get into the full expectations of this contract, but it is very imperative that they do make big strides this year. Like, it would be very beneficial for them to be right there neck and neck, trying to win that division with the Chiefs, potentially knock them off. And win a wild card playoff game, win a divisional round, maybe try to find a way to get into that AFC Championship game, just for the fact of their head coach Staley. At some point, the narrative is gonna switch to the Chargers are underperforming based off their talent around them. You've got the franchise quarterback with the huge contract. You've got some elite wide receivers. You've got some really good young talent on the defensive side of the ball. They're an exciting team, which means that they need to have exciting times for the playoffs. And that is a quick recipe to get your head coach fired. And then the moment you fire your head coach, it's a crapshoot with a franchise quarterback. Do you hire the right guy and it does elevate that quarterback to even bigger and better heights? Or do you hire the wrong guy and it completely stunts the growth? And next thing we're talking about a huge busted contract. You paid a guy $262 million deal and he never pans out, and it might have a lot to do with the head coach. You just never know. This season upcoming is going to be a big one for the LA Chargers. What kind of strides do they make? Does Justin Herbert really take that next step level with this huge contract, make people better around him, and find ways to win those tight, close games that have been toss-up for the Chargers these past couple seasons. They need to win the games. They don't have to win every single game out there, but the games that they absolutely should win, they can't really afford those losses that they shouldn't be losing to. And it all comes down with a big contract. You pay a quarterback $262 million deal, and you give him a no-trade clause. No-trade clauses are just things you really don't hear of in the NFL. I mean, all of a sudden now the NFL's turning into hockey and NBA. You just don't hear that too much. So for Justin Herbert to get a no-trade clause, he's sitting tight. He's sitting pretty, but the pressure is coming. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments section below. Justin Herbert 100% deserves this contract, but he also deserves the pressure. Till next time, peace.